In this video, I'm now going to create a branch and then push that up to GitHub. Okay, so I've now decided that I want to make some changes to this README file that exists within Stark Tower. But obviously I don't want to do this on the master branch, I want to create a secondary branch to do this on. So I'm going to create a new branch by typing in git branch Tony edits, and then go into that branch by git checkout Tony edits. Okay, so I'm now inside of that one. I'll just check, git branch, yep, and I'm now inside of the Tony edits branch. So what I'm going to do is I'll open up this README file and I'll type in something in here. And then I'll save that one. And then I'll close that file. Okay, so I've made a little change to the README file. Now what I want to do now is, instead of actually merging that into the master branch within my repository on the computer, I want to push that up to GitHub so that I can then do a pull request on the information, because sometimes people might not actually like the changes that you're making, or sometimes it's better to actually just have all of these master branches or master branch merges happening on GitHub itself. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the command git push origin Tony edits, and what this is doing is this is actually pushing it up to from this repository here up into a new branch on GitHub that's called Tony edits. So we press return and there we go, that says that has all worked there. If we go back onto GitHub now, and we'll go into our repository called Stark Tower. There we go. We can see that there's two branches now. If we go into this second branch, you can see that it's called Tony Edits, and then inside of this one, we can see that nothing has happened inside of the README file. Now the reason this has happened is because I forgot to make the commit. Okay, so I go back onto here, git status, yep, I've not made the commit. Okay, so git add readme.md, I'll do it in capitals so it doesn't muck up, readme.md, git commit, added in facts about Avengers. So now that's been made, git status again, perfect, and then git push origin Tony edits. There we go, that's pushed that up now. Okay, there we go. So we can see that Tony edits has recently been changed, and that's there. Okay, so the reason that those changes didn't happen in the first place was because I forgot to actually make the commit and then push that up. So now I've got my two branches, and my two branches exist up on GitHub. So what I want to do now is I want to actually take everything from this branch that's called Tony edits, and I want to merge that into the master branch. So the way I do that is I go into the Tony edit branch and I press the compare and pull request button. GitHub does a little bit of a check to see what it is that's happening. I can put in some comments to say, add in facts about Avengers. These facts are not fake news. Okay. Normally, if you were working in a team, you might set someone to actually check over this thing that you've done. You might put on some labels as well to say that this is a something that you're adding in, and you can add in your own labels. And you can also add in reviewers if you want. Let's add me in as a reviewer. Oh no, I can't add myself as a reviewer. And once we've done that, we can create the pull request. The pull request sits up on GitHub. You can see that it exists inside of this pull request tab. And then once that has actually been checked by someone, we can press merge, confirm the merge, and there we go. We say that that pull request has been successfully merged and closed, and I can now delete that branch on GitHub. Now this doesn't delete the branch on your local drive, it just deletes it up on GitHub itself. Okay. So now if I go back into the main repo, I'm now in the master branch again, we can see that this line now that says all of the Avengers are rubbish has appeared. Now, what I'm going to do just now is I'm going to go back onto the version of the repository that's on my computer, and I'm going to change back into the master branch here. So now on the master branch here, but we can see that when I go into the README file, it doesn't actually have those changes that have happened. So it still says on it, this is the home of Iron Man, don't tell anyone, but it doesn't have any of the other changes. So to get those changes to actually happen on my computer, what I need to do is I type the command git pull, and it pulls down all of the information from the repository on GitHub and updates that branch that I have on my computer in front of me. So now if I actually go into README again, we can see that those changes have actually happened inside of that README file, and it now says that all of the other Avengers are rubbish. Okay, so in this video, we've actually managed to make some changes on a branch on our local computer, push that branch up to GitHub, do a pull request and merge that branch in, and then use the git pull command to actually take that information and pull it back down onto our computer into the master branch.